On today's episode, we're answering the question, no, we're not, because I'm on the wrong damn outline.
This is also true. Also was playing in Canva, amongst other things, where look, Allison and I have been on a path of really up leveling our stuff. We have a mantra that we say to each other. It's like, are you being the CEO of your business right now? And if the answer isn't a hell yes, then it's crap. No, I'm not. And what are you going to change about it? So we really try and hold each other accountable for that, because that's been a big thing. And that's how you got to show up. Like, decide how you're going to show up in your business. Allison said, right now, decide whether or not you're playing at business or you're actually in business. So how are you going to show up? I want you to decide that right now. Are you going to show up as the CEO with that mindset? Are you going to go in and you're just going to look at things with a super clear, defined eye on how you're going to approach this? Or is this your side hustle? And this is part and parcel with showing up consistently in your business. I still think we all should get tattoos that say consistency. I will always say that. I will show up one day with one of those tattoos, just going to say, and I'll have it in like some cursive writing. Maybe it'll say like no regrets or something, just for giggles. But it's 100% being consistent. It's a thing. It's an absolute thing. And you have to set a schedule and stick to it. You have to stop giving yourself hall passes. Do you guys know what I mean by that? Hall passes are when you wake up in the morning or you've gone through a day and you're just like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to record the podcast. I don't want to write that copy. I don't want to have that call with that client. I don't want to do this in my business. Well, you know what? That's part of being a CEO. I don't want to do X, fill in whatever that is, but I'm going to do it. There was a time when Allison and I were kind of giving each other quite a few hall passes. Like, she would message me and just be like, I'm so not in this. And I would have the same thing. Like, today is not the day, I can't do this today or whatever. And we would give each other hall passes a bit, and a little bit more through the COVID times when things were a little bit crazy and it felt a little heady and heavy. And sometimes, everybody needs a mental health day, but there is an allowance for hall passes. I think Allison and I have decided to give each other, what is it, one a month or something that we give each other a hall pass?
It is. And, it's really important. I love this idea of hall passes because, again, it adds intention into it. And when you and I hold each other accountable with our hall passes, and you know what? I even do it on myself because I've already used my hall pass for the month, so I'm done. Or, you know what? I just had a hall pass yesterday. Having something to refer to it as, rather than the self-care mental health day, which I'll get to in a second, but calling it something really what it is. I'm giving myself an okay. I'm giving myself the excuse. There's a difference between using it as an excuse and excusing it for a reason. All right, I think that it's really important. One is trying to absolve you of guilt of something you shouldn't be doing, and the other is giving yourself grace. It's a fine line, and it's one that I have in the past struggled to walk because I would vacillate between taking all of the days and taking none of the days, because I really struggled to find that middle ground. And that's part of my own personal journey that I'm working on. All right. But the thing that I'm learning is you don't have to be the hero. It's okay to take care of yourself. It's actually responsible business practices to take care of yourself, because who is going to take your place if you burn out? When I push too hard, when I work too much, when I'm too stressed out, I get stress tension in my neck. Well, I have a previous pinched nerve in my neck, which repinches very quickly. It's already injured. It's a thing that happens. The doctor said it would happen Right when it happened, he's like, this is going to happen a lot now. But if I push too hard, if I work too much, if I stress out too often, I've re-pinched the nerve in my neck because of the tension that I carry. Well, I'm injured, like physically injured and potentially on painkillers. So now who's running my business? Taking care of yourself is the responsible thing to do as a business owner. And so giving yourself a hall pass appropriately is a good thing. You don't have to do it all, and you don't have to do it all yourself. That's the other side of this.
It's a good point that you don't have to do it all yourself and reaching out. There's this other part that we have to talk about, which is that your success in your business really is your own success. When you're your own boss, there is no real safety net that somebody else is going to come in and be the owner of your business and tell you what to do and give you the parameters like maybe you had when you were in corporate or if you were working for somebody else. The only person who's really going to take ownership is you. The buck stops with you. You have to be the person that says, if this didn't succeed or if this didn't work, then it's on me as the owner of the business. And that's the real truth. If you're always scapegoating your success or lack of success on other things and not taking ownership of both your successes and your opportunities, then you're really not being that CEO in your business, because you're always finding some way to put the blame somewhere, but take the success for you. And this really plays in if you have, and if you had the opportunity to grow a team, if you have the opportunity to have a designer or a virtual assistant or anybody who's working with you in your business. If you have somebody that is full-time even. I know lots of online business owners who have actual full-time employees working 40 hours a week, right? So if you get help, if you have somebody assisting you, it's still your responsibility. It's still you. You are at the end of the day, it's definitely your thing. And, that's massive when it comes to the success mindset. Because if you understand that it's you and there's not going to be anybody else, then you're not going to be looking at making those excuses.
Okay. Are you laughing at how red my face is? Yeah.
And we're still recording. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. We got a blooper reel. Can we stop recording?